Welcome to a new edition of 2-Year-Olds in Training for the Harness Edge. I'm Harold Howe, and I'm here at Lions Racing Stable, just outside the offices of the Harness Edge near Brantford. I'm here with Ciaran Morrison. Been a while. Long winter.
Yeah, it has been a long winter, Harold. Yeah, we get over it though. We're getting into some good weather right now.
Now, you have had some issues with your track this winter. It was a very difficult winter, and just talk a little bit. Some people forget what it's like to be on a farm. It's not like being at a training center where somebody else's responsibility is to keep everything perfect.
Yeah, for sure. It's our first year here at the farm. It's an old track. It's no base to it, and it's held me up something shocking. But we're going to have to work on the summer on that. And like I say, I didn't expect it to fall away like it did. And some days out there it was very, very hairy just to get jogging. But what can you do? They get out every day, but they didn't get done what I wanted to do.
With all due respect to you, as people say, if they're meant to get there, they'll get there.
Yeah, for sure. The good ones, they'll always catch up if they're good enough, and the bad ones, well,
they're just bad.
They're bad.
Right. Before we get on to 2-year-olds, let's talk about a few other things. We're sort of a day late and $1 short getting here. We just missed your 3- and 4-year-old, your 3- and 4-year-olds who have headed out to Jimmy Tactor's and Mickey Burke's. But let's start off with Lions again. Now, he's 3. He only won one race last year, but he picked up $179,000, which you and I would arm wrestle over. Sure. He's 3rd in the Metro. He won a Governor's Cup elimination. What's your thoughts on him now that he's out of your care, and what do you expect of him this year?
Well, unfortunately, he's out of my care. He's a horse I'd like to keep. But having said that, he's a real nice animal. We cut him this year. Ron thought he might have had a few attitude issues. Ron Burke, yeah, a few attitude issues. But having said that, he's as good as Levi Lewis, training down all last year. And even he showed last year he can go with the best colts. But I think he'll definitely step up. He's a strong-bodied colt. And I'm thinking he'll do very well this year.
Okay, and let's talk about Lions, Lewis. $382,000 he made. Model of consistency. He was 2nd in the Metro, won the Champlain, 3rd in that debacle they call the Breeders' Crown, and it was. How do you feel about his prospects this year?
Again, he's a really, really nice colt. Always playful, full of energy colt. Doesn't know when he's done. And, he's just turned into a huge animal this year. So he has. And anything you throw at him, he takes.
Talking 4-year-olds. This is a killer year for a lot of horses. It's tough to step up against a group of battle-hardened old warriors and do what. But Lion Somewhere is going to be facing that. Back in September, early September, he looked like he was headed for some really big things after he won the cane. But he never won another start after that. He still made $416,000, but what happened?
After the cane pace, yeah, that was a real tough start for him. I thought he was getting a bit excited going out the gate. The drivers were using that as an advantage because he can leaves. But settling down, I thought, was his issues. But at the end of the year, he had a pretty long year, and Jimmy Tactor just thought he was getting tired and it was time to quit with him. So he's had a rest here, and he's actually left this morning on the Doyle truck to Julie Miller.
I see. And how do you feel? You've sent him out. I know you feel you're behind on things, but physically, how is he?
Yeah, he needed a bit more time. I know the Confederation Cup, he's penned in for that, but I think it's just going to come too early for him. I don't think they're going to go there. But having said that, that's early May, and there was no way I would have raced him if he had been mine in that particular race because I don't think he's just quite ready for it. Maybe the back end of the year you'll see the real horse. Because he's a nice animal. He's got huge gate speed, and if he settles down this year, he could be. He's going to have to be on top of his game because there's some real nice 4-year-olds out there.
Of course, your employer here, Jeff Mounds, and his family own most of these horses. 1 or 2 maybe in partnership. It could be an interesting year, especially as we look at your 2-year-olds. Let's start off with Lions Mississippi River, who was formerly named St. Cloud. And this is a Some Beach Somewhere filly that you bought as a weanling in Harrisburg for $40,000 a year and a half ago.
Real nice filly. I love this filly. She was the last to be broken this year. They bought her as a foal, weanling, and yeah, they get 42,000 for her. And I really like her. She's very forward. She's been held up, like I say, because of the track, but she's got all the ammunition to be a real nice filly.
It's almost thoroughbred-y looking, with her very streamlined, which is in contrast to Lion Snyder, who was formerly named R. Van Hanover, well-said colt, 130,000 out of Harrisburg. Big muscular kid.
A huge horse. He took some growing spurts over the winter there. I think he's settled down now. I had to back off him a bit, and having said that, he's going to be a real nice colt. You're just going to have to wait on him, but when he knows what he's doing, he'll be top end, I think.
Real presence on the track.
Oh, beautiful presence on the track. Big, like he's a messer in the stall and in the barn and stuff, but on the track he knows the time of day. He's getting better from what I've had to do with him here, and I can see real huge potential in this horse.
Okay. Well, I guess 130,000 he should be. Lions Major, formerly Neon Hanover, is an Art Major colt, 22,000 out of Harrisburg.
Yeah, he's got like a small man syndrome. Very, very determined little colt, but wants to get on with it. I like him. He's a first foal. He's a bit on the small side, but yeah, again, Art Major, yeah, he could be okay.
Out there, he was on one line a little bit, as though he wanted to do a little more than he was supposed to do.
This is his, well, it's not a problem, but this is what he wants to do. He just wants to get on with it, but he will settle down in behind the horses, but he'll let you know when he wants to do it. But having said that, yeah, he's determined, and he's got a huge gait. He's a small horse, but he's got a nice gait to him.
Out there with him, you had Lion Sand. This is another Some Beach Somewhere, formerly named Orley Hanover, 40,000 out of Harrisburg.
Yeah, this colt is, he actually reminds me of Lion Somewhere as a yearling, the way he stands and his presence and everything. He's a quiet colt in the barn, very easy going, tends to act lazy on the track. He's very, very heavy at the minute, but having said that, I think he's got a bit of potential, and I think he'll be okay.
Well, good stuff. Spring is finally here. It's got to dry up and things get better, and good luck through the rest of the spring.
Thank you, Harold.
Harold Howe with Ciaran Morrison, 2-year-olds in training.